All right, we are ready to move on to multiples today. Make sure that you have your paper and your pencil and you're following along with me as we go. Here we go. Multiples are the numbers that you get when you multiply. Okay, we have been talking about factors. Those are the numbers that you're actually multiplying. Now, multiples are what you get after you multiply. These could also be called products. Multiples and products would be the same thing, okay? Now, when we listed factors, we had a certain amount of factors for each number. We could list all of them. Multiples are different because multiples go on forever, infinitely. We could never list all the multiples of a number. Okay, so let's give this a shot. If we're going to list the multiples of 7, we would start with 7 times 1, which is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. And we would just continue that list. I'm going to put 3 little dots at the end because it's going to go on and on and on. Whenever we're listing multiples, our numbers keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay? Multiples of 4, we would follow that same process. Okay? So 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, 4 times 4. And we're just going to keep writing all the multiples, or not all the multiples of 4, but several multiples of 4. Okay, I guess I'm to the end here, so I'm going to stop, and you can put your ... because that list is going to continue on forever. Okay, what is the least common multiple of 7 and 4? So now we're looking for a common multiple. So a multiple that you would see in both lists, but this time we want the least or the smallest. So if we're looking here, it looks to me like 28 is going to be the least common multiple of 7 and 4. Okay, so to find the least common multiple, we're just going to list some multiples for each number until we find one that they both have in common. I want you to pause the video and give that a shot. You're going to find the least common multiple of 6 and 8 in the box below. All right, I hope that you found that 24 is the least common multiple of 6 and 8. If not, don't be afraid to find me and we can have a little chat. All right, next up, let's do a word problem here where we have to use the least common multiple. It says the school cafeteria gets lunch supplies delivered on different days. The milk truck comes every 3 days, the meat truck comes every 4 days, and the chip truck comes every 6 days. If all 3 trucks were here today, how many days will it be until they are all here at the same time again? Okay, so we want to be like Russ. I'm going to underline here. So I know the milk truck comes every 3 days, the meat truck every 4 days, and the chip truck every 6 days. Okay, so let's make a little schedule here. I'm going to start with, we have milk, meat, and chip. If I was going to pick a truck, I think I would pick the chip truck. All right, here we go. So the milk truck comes every 3 days. So I know it's going to come in 3 days. It'll be here again in 6 days, 9 days, 12, 15, 18, 21, and we could just keep going with our list. Okay, the meat truck comes every 4 days. So that would be 4. It'll come in 8 days. It'll be here again in 12 days, 16 days, 20 days, 24 days, and so on. Okay, our chip truck comes every 6 days. So let's keep going with our chips. They'll be here on in 6 days. Sorry about that. 12 days, 18 days. 6 times 3, 6 times 4 is going to be 24. And then we would would have 30. So I'm already higher than my other numbers. So let's see, we're looking for the least common multiple, or the first time we'll have all 3 trucks here at the same time. Okay, so if I look, I see 12 is the least common multiple. So that tells me that in 12 days, all 3 trucks will be making a delivery again on the same day. In those 12 days, the milk will have been delivered 4 times, the meat will have been delivered 3 times, and chips would have been delivered twice. Okay, kind of cool, huh? All right, so it's your turn to go practice least common multiple. Let me know if you have any questions.